What is up, my beautiful people? This is Kristen Peoples coming to you with bossofculture.org. I hope you're doing super fabulous today. I am. I just cleared the space with some sweetgrass, and we're going to jump right into today's topic. If you press this button, you guys, we're talking about what you need to do to protect yourself. And here at Boss of Culture.org TV, I make sure that you are totally equipped, have all the tools that you need to navigate a toxic work environment, to deal with those workplace bullies, and just how to tap into your highest potential just to be the best you that you could possibly be. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. To my subbies, thank you so much for tuning in week after week. You guys, I've got some stuff to share with you. But before we get started, I got an affirmation to get out to you. And this is a good one. This comes to you from the Game of Life, Florence Scovel Shinn. And it says, look with wonder at that which is before you. You guys, we are co-creators here in this time-space reality. And what that means is that if you're having a great day, that's because you contributed to that great day. If you're having a bad day, well, you have the opportunity to change that because you are powerful. So know that you know that you know that you have the power to change what is before you. So look with wonder at that which is before you. And that is the affirmation for the day. You guys, I had an exchange with someone in one of the workplace bullying abuse groups, and it was quite interesting, I must say. And it was with regards to, and I'm just going to paraphrase how the exchange went. She was saying that she was going to sue her job for discrimination, and that I guess the judge told her that she needed to get an attorney because the company had already lawyered up. So she had a bad experience with the attorney, I guess, that was appointed to her. Again, I'm paraphrasing this because there is a greater message that I want to get out with regards to this exchange. So it doesn't really matter in terms of, you know, me getting this 100% right, because what I'm going to share with you is what you need to be doing. But just to kind of just give you a flavor of what was discussed, she was basically sharing with the group that this is what happened, and she was unhappy about the situation. And so me, being who I am, gone through 10 years of workplace bullying abuse, I said, you know what? Let me chime in and help this person out. So I shared with her my experience because I had success. I had success in terms of being in the right place at the right time, finding the right people to represent me, finding the right people, the right things to say. Everything just lined up for me in terms of me dealing with the workplace bullying abuse situation because I dealt with it for so long. I documented the situation. Every situation I documented. I documented people, places, and things. And I tell you guys this over and over again in my videos. That is your number one tool in terms of protection. But one of the things that it seemed that she wanted to push back on me about was with regards to getting an attorney. And I've got this to say about attorneys. Well, let me say this first. When I explained to her what I did in terms of, you know, the path I followed to get help and the path I followed in order to be victorious in my situation, it involved hiring an attorney. I retained an attorney. And she also had mentioned that, you know, well, that takes money. Yes, it does. You need to retain an attorney with, you know, a deposit. But every attorney is different. Some attorneys may do it pro bono. You never know. You won't know unless you pick up the phone and call someone. But I say all this to say that when you're dealing with discrimination, workplace bullying abuse, sexual harassment, anything that breaks the law when it comes to your employment, you want to reach out to an employment attorney. If you are diagnosed with some kind of disease, do you try to treat it on your own? Yeah, you may. And don't get me wrong, I'm a naturalist. I try to treat anything I can without modern medicine. You know, I try to basically make sure that whatever I'm putting into this vessel, it is something that I know is not going to harm it. It's not going to have a lot of side effects. But if it ever comes to a point where my diagnosis or whatever I deal with in this lifetime is so severe, that I need to take a certain medication and I need to see this particular doctor, well, I'm going to do that because there's a reason why God put doctors on this earth. Same thing with the toothache. If you're dealing with a toothache and you need to have that tooth addressed, or you never know what kind of underlying issues there are with that tooth, so you go see a specialist. I say all that to say that that is the reason why you need an attorney when you are considering going after your employer or getting protection from your employer with regards to the way that you are treated at work, if you are mistreated at work. I highly suggest, and this is just my 2 cents based on my experience, as mostly all these videos are based on my experience. And it's, again, I consider myself your big sister when it comes to this situation because I dealt with workplace bullying abuse for over a decade. And it is my intention to make sure that you know all the tricks that they try to pull and that you're able to pull through and that you're able to get to the other side successfully. That is my message. That is my passion. And so I'm not funded by any attorneys. She also questioned who funds my nonprofit organization, which clearly the donors that fund my nonprofit organization, and these people are funding my nonprofit because of the fact that they believe in my cause in terms of helping people that are targets of workplace bullying abuse get the mental health care that they need. And I said I wasn't going to make this video about her, but I had to because, number one, I'm deeply concerned when people are so angry and just so against the system that they hurt themselves despite trying to get the help and support that they need. So this video is here for anyone that's out there that thinks that they can fight this battle on their own, because I'm here to tell you, in my experiences, especially when you're dealing with a large corporation, the only way to win this, you guys, is with the support of an attorney, an experienced employment attorney, one that believes in your case. Again, that is why documentation is so important. That is why it's so important for you to keep a timeline of events. And the timeline of events is your documentation. It's the who, what, when, where. It's that journal that you keep. It's the emails that you print off. It's the if it's legal in your state to record conversations that you are a part of, that is part of your documentation. Again, check with an employment attorney within your state to find out what is legal and what is not legal. But you'll never know what resolve you can have unless you reach out to an employment attorney. And I'm not here to push anyone on an attorney if you can't afford one. But my thing, you guys, is you never know who is there to help you unless you pick up the phone. You understand what I'm saying? You clicked on this video because for whatever reason, you need advice, you need direction, and you value my opinion. You value the situations I've been through, that I am more than happy to share with you how I made it through. So I'm here to offer that content and that value so that you don't have to go through what I went through. Now, if you don't have to even go down the road of suing your employer, kudos to you. In fact, I suggest that the moment you see that you're being mistreated at your job, and you know that the culture is pretty much going to back or ignore or tolerate how you're being treated, I highly suggest that you be on the move looking for other places of employment while you're still working. I never suggest anyone quit. Always make sure that your bills are taken care of, making sure that you are taken care of, right? You want to make sure that you still have your benefits coming in. But in the meantime, you know what you need to do. You know what moves you need to make. But if the actions taken against you are so egregious, retaliation, in my case, I dealt with discrimination. I dealt with sexual harassment. I dealt with workplace bullying abuse. I dealt with retaliation. Those are grounds for you to reach out to an employment attorney. And you need that employment attorney by your side when you file that complaint against EEOC, because 9 times out of 10, if you contact an employment attorney, they're going to ask, have you contacted EEOC? Have you filed a complaint? And they're going to suggest that you do. to file a formal complaint. Where I suggested to this young lady to get the help from an employer in terms of the verbiage that goes in that small little paragraph that you get, because you only get a small paragraph to complain at EEOC, whereas their response to your complaint is unlimited pages. So it's very important what goes into that little limited box that you get. And when I explained to her that the verbiage is very important from the employment attorney, what I mean is the fact that the verbiage, the important information that needs to go in there, the important information that's going to catch the attention of EEOC and anyone else looking at that complaint. It doesn't have to be any special legalese. It just needs to be pertinent information that you and I may not know to put in there. Because the first time I filed a complaint with EEOC for discrimination, which is very, very hard to prove, by the way, they sent me a letter, a right to sue letter, and basically it's a good luck letter, God bless you letter. We don't really see that, you may have a case or you may not have a case, but we're not going to take that on. But I'll tell you, the second time when I went back, when I was retaliated against for filing the first complaint, well, I took my employment attorney with me, and she knew what to put in that box. So guys, when I'm sharing information with you, if you encounter me online and I try to chime in and help you, if you don't want my help, just say, hey, Kristen, thank you. I got it from here, but know that I'm here from the bottom of my heart to help you. I don't gain anything from giving anyone any advice. The only thing I gain is knowing that someone out there needing my help is being helped, because when I was out there, I felt alone. I felt isolated. I was scared. I was horrified. I was sick, and I needed someone. So I want to be what I was out there looking for. That is why I created bossupculture.org, because I know that I was blessed to have health care to cover me going to see my psychologist and psychiatrist. Yes, I needed both. That's how severe it was with my PTSD, anxiety, and depression, because I dealt with 10 years of people abusing me, a mob of people. This was my livelihood that was threatened day after day. This is me each and every day feeling unsafe going to work, crying on my way to work, sick to my stomach. And even if I was in my home life, hearing someone's voice on TV or hearing a conversation that even remotely reminded me of how I was being treated at work, either upset me or it made me feel frightened and fearful. I would have panic attacks. It was horrible, and that is not a way to live. So that is why I've dedicated myself to my organization, making sure that the funding that is raised for bossupculture.org goes to those people that do not have access to mental health care. So if it is an attorney that is funding that, thank you. If it is an employer that is funding that, thank you. But I value all those donors, because those people are giving towards the greater good of making sure that workplace bullying abuse is no more, in terms of helping people heal. The other thing that you can do, and I'm switching to how you can help others while you're helping yourself getting this employment attorney, is to support the Dignity at Work Act. Because you guys, the Dignity at Work Act is going to make sure that we have protections in place. Protections for the employer and protections for the employee. Making sure that this cancer of workplace bullying abuse is dealt with. The people, the toxic people that are in the workplace are removed. So reach out to your state representative. You can go to bossupculture.org, type in your zip code to find out who your state rep is. Email them. Have your family members email them. Have your friends email them and tell them to support the Dignity at Work Act. And the Dignity at Work Act is dignityattworkact.org. You can also access it through my website at bossupculture.org. So guys, I know I kind of went on a rant and a soapbox there, but I just want you to know where my heart and my intentions are. So if you do meet me online in one of these forums, don't beat up on me because I'm trying to help you. I'm only, again, trying to be the person that I was looking for when I was online. And so get involved with Boss Up Culture in any way that you possibly can. Go to bossupculture.org, volunteer. Share these videos on your social media, you guys. This can help someone. Make sure that you volunteer by, just checking in with us to find out what we're going to be into. Find out what activities we're into in terms of pushing, helping support the employees and also helping support the employers. You guys, I pour my heart and soul into this organization because I see the light at the end of the tunnel. You guys, I see the wonder that is before me, and I see the wonder that is before you. And I just hope that you guys can touch and agree with me on that initiative. So I see the light. I hope you do too. And I thank you so much for tuning in once again. Please strongly consider subscribing to this channel. Make sure that you like this video. You guys, the algorithm, let me tell you about this algorithm. It is not going to push these videos out here if you're not liking. I see you watching them, but you got to like and you got to subscribe and you got to comment because it just pushes this information out to the masses. And I'm here to help. You guys, I was put on this earth to make a difference. And please don't make my difference, me being put on this earth to make that difference, don't make it be in vain. Help a sister out. Help me get the word out. Help me help you. Help me help others. And then you help others in return, you guys. Give your support in any way that you can. If you hear someone struggling, if you hear someone going down the wrong path, don't take it personally. You guys, I didn't take it personally when she was coming for me. When she started asking me questions about my organization. I just told her to look up irs.gov because I am a legit. Everything about me is legit. From my heart to my soul to these messages that I share with you guys. So just know when people are unkind to you, just continue to share kindness with them. And it's no matter in what form it comes from, whether it comes from your personal life or your professional life. Until next time, you guys, let's all stay positive. Let's all love on each other. Let's all respect each other and keep your head up. I love you. Take care.